European Parliament has given the green light for visa liberalisation of Kosovo citizens after MEPs voted 420 in favour, 186 against and 22 MEPs abstained. The next step in the decision-making process now rests with the European Council. After the President's decree on gambling fell under the absence of the opposition, SP MP Erion Brace made new proposals in this regard, while Talent Bala reiterated that only the structures already exist for vetting of politicians. The Mayor of Tirana has asked the school directors of the capital to ensure only local students are registered to guarantee schools remain within capacity and no situations of overcrowding occur. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Thursday, the 13th of September 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. The European Parliament has voted positively for the visa liberalisation of Kosovo citizens. 420 MEPs voted in favour, 186 were opposed and 22 of them abstained from voting, meaning the door to free movement for Kosovo citizens has now been opened. Before the vote began, European Parliament reporter Tanja Fajon said that Kosovo has fulfilled all the conditions for visa liberalisation and therefore requested the vote of all MEPs for the recommendation received by the European Commission since 18 July this year. The next step following the EP vote is the recommendation of the Council of Ministers of the European Union. After voting for the visa liberalisation took place, Fajon reacted via Twitter stating that efforts will continue to finalise the decision. Citizens of Kosovo are one step closer to visa-free travel in Europe. I am glad that I received the green light from the European Parliament, with the majority being for the negotiations with the European Council on visa liberalisation for Kosovo. The process continues with the governments of the European Union, and I will not stop until we reach it, wrote Tanja Fajon. Prime Minister of Kosovo, Ramush Haradinaj, also welcomed the vote by posting on Twitter, expressing gratitude for the support that the European Parliament gave to the free movement of citizens. Soon you will be moving freely throughout Europe, said Haradinaj, thanking the MPs and parliamentary groups of all parties and member states in the European Parliament that supported the right of Kosovo citizens to move freely. President of Kosovo, Hashim Thaçi, said in a reaction on the official website that the citizens of Kosovo today are one step closer towards realising a basic right in the European family, free movement in the Schengen area. He expressed the conviction that within a short period of time, this process will be fully finalised and, after a long and extremely difficult journey, citizens of Kosovo will be equal to all members of the European Union. Currently, Kosovo is the only country in the Western Balkans where citizens do not enjoy the right to free movement in the Schengen area. In a special meeting of the opposition's parliamentary groups in Durrës, the leader of the Democratic Party, Lulzim Basha, warned that tomorrow facts will be published that he referred to as shocking. According to Basha, the information to be released shows the influence of ministers in allowing gambling to be under the control of criminals. Basha's statement came as Parliament overturned the President's non-decree on income tax law. Starting tomorrow, the DP will begin publishing shocking facts that show how Rama and Jafai used political power to help organised crime gangs take over the gambling industry and use it as a tool for criminal activity, said Lulzim Basha. Speaking about vetting in politics, Basha said that the Prime Minister, Edi Rama, did not like it, but he guaranteed that it would be adopted and no politician with criminal or corrupt relations would be spared. I want to tell the citizens that we have heard you and we have felt your full support. I have received thousands of messages from you. You want vetting in politics and vetting in politics will occur. Fatmir Jafai, Talent Bala and Edi Rama and whoever else is linked to crime will see the justice they deserve. The head of the Socialist Movement for Integration, Monika Kuramavi, also warned of surprising opposition actions, though omitted any details of the instruments to be used. The opposition is very clear. I told you it would be a very surprising agenda, not only for the Rama government, but also for you journalists, said Monika Kuramavi. Meanwhile, Basha responded positively to the leader of the Party for Justice, Integration and Unity, Shpetim Idrizi, for cooperation with the opposition. He said he welcomes this request based on the principles and objectives the opposition has announced to free the country from co-governance with crime. The President returned the law on gambling, but the majority attended the Assembly Hall armed with its votes. However, the head of the Economic Commission, Erion Brache, had another proposal to regulate this activity. Brache said the gambling activity, including bets, must be privatised for social benefit. And if this cannot happen because of the freedom to exercise the activity, then Brache has yet another proposal, the vetting of all owners of such businesses. Meanwhile, the head of the Socialist Party's parliamentary group, Talon Bala, referring to the Democratic leader Basha's proposal for vetting in politics, said this would happen through new law enforcement bodies anyway. It's under the jurisdiction and competencies of the Special Anti-Corruption Structures Law, Lulzim. Only the Special Anti-Corruption Structure and the National Investigation Bureau can vet politicians. In my opinion, Lulzim, you could never pass vetting, and neither could Sali, but I am not in the position to vet you. My vetting, yours, Ilir Mehta's and Eddie Rama's, can only be done by the Special Anti-Corruption Structure and the National Bureau of Investigation. It's already contained within the anti-mafia law, Lulzim, so there's no need for constitutional changes. We must simply wait a few weeks for the Special Anti-Corruption Structure and the National Investigation Bureau to start work, and they will begin to immediately investigate all politicians and their family members, explained Talon Bala. Bala says the opposition's proposal seeks to keep the internationals away from the process. All citizens who have built a house before 1991 and have not yet registered their property can, as of September 17th, present at Aloisni's counters for formalisation. The head of this institution, Artan Lame, spoke at a press conference and suggested that there are about 60,000 objects expected to be formalised. Regarding the procedure to be followed, Lame underlined that any document that links ownership with the object would serve to assist. Start gathering and presenting to us any documents relating to the houses. It is not compulsory, but it is helpful. Any kind of document they have about their unregistered homes should be presented to us. Old sales documents, executive committee documents, any kind of document, explained Artan Lame. Aloisni's leader appealed to citizens not to flock to the counters because the process will be ongoing. The Aloisni director also asked the mayors to file any supporting documents they have to assist with the requirements for the registration of these objects. Students beginning the new school year, starting on the 17th of September at the Deshmorat El Reis School in Unit 5, will return to find it completely renovated and with dignified spaces for budding artists. The municipality of Tirana is completing the final touches on the works for the reconstruction of the school, while Mayor Erion Veliai said that all the schools in Tirana are going to be ready to open their doors at the beginning of the school year. We have promised that any school we are working on will be ready, so the teams are working until September 17. We are at the Deshmorat El Reis School, where there is still a lot of work to be done to finish off the sports ground. Meanwhile, the auditor has finished, or the interior work is finished, the new bathrooms, all the classrooms. Preschool classrooms will be present in most Tirana schools as a separate class to prepare children starting the first grade, said Erion Veliai. He said that besides the investments that are being carried out this year, Unit 5 will also benefit from the construction of 3 new schools. This school, like many other schools in Unit 5, has faced a real demographic tsunami. The population is growing in Unit 5, mostly thanks to the arrival of new couples. The area of Unit 5 is so highly populated, it is almost a city unto itself. This means that the needs have increased, so we are doing 2 things. First, the total renovation of all existing schools, and then the construction of 3 new schools. The first will be at Olympic Park. Let's free the schools that already exist, Adzef Plumbi, Deshmorat El Reis and Petronini Luarasi, by adding 3 new schools to the area. In that way, children will need to walk just 500 to 1,000 metres in order to reach their school, allowing for a much better educational process, said Erion Veliai. The mayor appealed to Tirana's school directors to respect quotas and not to record students from other areas, pointing out that all schools now offer the same conditions and standards of teaching. Our instruction to directors was this: respect maximum quotas. Desires to overfill the school and overwork the teachers in fact ruin the quality of education for everyone else. We must all consider this and respect it as a rule of the municipality of Tirana and the Education Directorate, said Erion Veliai. He said that with the construction of new schools that will be opened this year, as well as with the addition of classes in a number of other existing schools, 2 areas of Tirana have already eliminated teaching across 2 shifts. while the Minister of Diaspora, Pandeli Maiko, thanked the municipality of Tirana for the attention they have shown to Unit 5 and added that investment in schools is an investment for the future. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.